It's big dog season, and you can't stay still because you want it. Talk that talk, George. You still scraping your plate because you're hungry. Talk that talk.
Good morning. Today is Saturday, July 20th. The year is 2024. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, and I am sitting here outdoors on the patio before it rains. It's supposed to rain all weekend, y'all. It's been raining the past few days. I got up this morning and got me some breakfast. I have Rosie here cleaning the house today. The house needs to be cleaned. Damn dogs run all over the damn place. So the dogs are in a special place here in the house. That other porch way on the other side of the house where the house has been cleaned, so they won't be running around here. And there's a little bit of cleaning inside to do in here. Yeah, so, because she hadn't been here for the past few weeks. Anyway, if you all saw the incident recently of a ex-NFL football player, Terrell Davis, who was removed from a flight after an incident with a flight attendant. He was on a United Airlines plane. Hall of Fame running back Terrell Davis was on a plane with his wife and kids, and he literally just tapped the flight attendant and asked for a glass of ice. Well, this sent this flight attendant into a attack mode, and he ran up to the front of the plane. I must have reported this to the pilot. Somebody just hit me. This nigger hit me back here. He gave I could imagine what was going on. And when the flight landed, the FBI and police came over there and arrested Mr. Davis in handcuffs and took him off the plane. Well, the crazy part is I've been on planes and I've had some pretty interesting, crazy stuff happen on an airplane dealing with flight attendants and pilots. One time, back in the day, whenever Earl and I would take a vacation, we normally always rode first class because we're big guys, so we wanted big seats, so be comfortable in first class. And this is before they had all this business class. You can lay flat and do all that stuff. All that shit this is in recent years. They have this type of technology. But one time we went to Hawaii, and on the way back, we were sitting in our seats, got on a plane, was getting our seats and stuff. And the flight attendant asked me, a woman, she came and she asked me did I want anything, and I told her what I wanted. And there was two of them there. There was a gay guy and a white woman, both white. And then a few minutes later, they came back and they were both together. And he was like, is there a problem? I was like, is there a problem? I'm like, no, I just asked for something. I don't remember what it was about, but it was just weird that they came back to me like there was something going on. I was like, no, I just want that, and I'm actually fine. I'm putting my luggage down. I'm getting comfortable in the seat. I'm like, wow, what's going on? And they were kind of they went to the back. Later on, the pilot came out before we took off, and he was like, I was to make sure everybody's okay. And I'm thinking, where is this coming from? And I'm looking at Earl, and I'm looking at the passengers. I'm like, they came to me again. Are you okay? What have I done? What did I do? What do you all, I wish I had much more stronger voice back then, because I would have been like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? What have I done that makes you all think I'm not okay? But I was kind of startled by this. This is back in the early 2000s, so I'm probably in my early 30s. So I just kind of was quiet throughout the flight because I hadn't done anything. They asked me, did I want something? I think I got a cocktail or something, and they went, and then there's this spiral. I don't know if it was a look on my face or something. I don't know what it was. And I figured it out. Me and Earl were two big black guys in first class. And after that incident, every time we flew in first class, there was some type of incident with either the flight attendants or the pilot. Every flight. And I was like, okay, if you're a black person flying in first class, and I don't think Terrell was flying in first class on this particular flight. I don't know for sure. They didn't say anything like that. But I know through my own experience, every time Earl and I flew first class, I was prepared for these people to act funny. One time the pilot got on the plane, or somebody working, he walked past, he said, you guys, you know, it's not supposed to be dressed like that. And we were like, dressed like what? They would think we had a buddy pass or something. No, dear, we paid for these airline tickets. We can dress however the fuck we want to dress. And then her handler like, what are you talking about? You know, and then the pilot went on about his business. You know, so it was always something. Always some type of racist, motivated behavior. A lot of these people who work at these airlines think they God and Jesus because they have you serving drinks and you fly on a plane. We paid for this service. But I've always noticed this, and also I've also had some incidents with some black folks on these planes too. They're even worse. I've never had an incident with another passenger. It's always these flight attendants or somebody who work for the airline. I mean, they think they Jesus or something in these damn airplanes. And so I've learned when I get on a plane, I don't ask some people for nothing unless I want something to drink, and I just ignore their behavior. You know, but this particular airline's flight attendant went too far with his behavior. He went up to the front of the plane to report an assault. The plane lands and this man is arrested. And the plane, of course, when he explains himself, who he is and what took place, and I'm sure they spoke to other passengers, they realized, okay, that's not what happened. This man exaggerated what took place. Luckily, hopefully, United Airlines will fire that person, that flight attendant who don't want that job. Because if somebody just so much as tap you on your shoulder. You know, I was in the gym today, I had my headphones on, I was just in my own world. And I was right, tapped me, and it kind of started me for a second. And the guy was asking me something. I didn't hear him asking. He was standing there, and I took my headphones off, and I said, yeah, what's going on? He was asking me a question about some of the equipment that was sitting near my feet, and I wasn't using it. Y'all, people gonna touch you. They're gonna tap you. It's okay. You're not untouchable. It's all right. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Sometimes somebody gets your attention. It's okay to just tap somebody and say, excuse me, you know, don't touch me. You know, people are crazy as hell. But we now know we live in a world where we're dealing with crazy people all around us. There's a bunch of crazy people everywhere. That's just the way it is. Luckily, Terrell handled it in a very calm way, and I hope he gets an attorney and they proceed to sue so they can make some moolah Regipoo off that trip. But that has to be... have I ever been put in handcuffs and taken someplace and I hadn't done anything? Yeah, I have. A couple times. And when they realized I hadn't done nothing, they quickly took the handcuffs off and let me go. Yeah, it's happened. It has. It has happened. So, yeah, a wrong person. Okay. How y'all make that mistake? Big black guy, get him. And so you see my ass, me walking, la 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 la, minding my business. Next thing I know, I'm surrounded by police. Pulled over, snatched out of a car, handcuffs. And they never say who was the person looking for. I would just take out the handcuffs and take out the handcuffs and say, okay, sorry about that. And they jump in their car and speed off. You ain't got no badge, number, name, nothing. You don't know who the fuck they were. Yeah, I've had this happen. So, you know, just being black in America, some people, everybody, you know, everybody gonna get their nigga moment. Remind you a nigga, okay? And Terrell was reminded that you are just a nigga. We don't care who you are. It happens. I don't know if y'all saw another video, Pepper, from Salt and Pepper. Was it Pepper? It was, yeah, Spinderella. It was whoever the girl, one of the members of Salt and Pepper was, she brought 2 seats on the airline, I think Southwest. They let you buy two. And I've seen this in recent years. You can buy 2 seats if you want to. You want the second seat. And she purchased the 2 seats. But she paid for them. They were hers. And they were trying to give her to give up the seat for whatever reasons. And in turn, instead, they just ended up, in fact, they ended up putting her off the plane and giving her seat to somebody else. Her 2 seats to somebody else. Who does that? Okay. They put her on another flight. She paid for the seats. They were her seats. I didn't understand. She paid for them. Why offer me something to pay for this and then I can't use it? But when I was flying back and forth to Turkey, I saw where they had these, you can buy 2 seats. I did the math. You better off just going ahead into business class versus buying 2 seats. Just go ahead and upgrade to business. It's cheaper. You know, about the same than having 2 seats that don't lay flat. What's supposed to have these 2 seats I can't lay my ass down? But flying through these airports and going through these airports and airlines and dealing with these flight attendants and all, we all know. I've had a few incidents. I can say I've had incidents with both black and white airline workers. All I want to do is get on a plane and sit my ass down. One time I was boarding, I got permission from the people at the front desk, and they said I could board the plane early. So when they started boarding the plane, I walked up with my thing, and it was a black guy scanning people. He looked at my ticket and said, "You're not part of this boarding class." And I said, "Okay," and then the girl right next to him, she was like, "I gave him. It's cool. You go ahead, Mr. Hampton. You can go. It's fine. Go ahead and scan him in." But he's not part of it. And he was just so adamant. And she was like, "I've already spoken to him. I know his reasoning for getting on the plane early. It's fine. They got to go back and forth. I'm just trying to get on the plane. Niggas. You're going to run into crazy black folks. You're going to run into crazy white people. Sometimes I just want to buy my own airplane. And I'm trying to book a vacation now. Yeah, and after flying back and forth to Turkey and flying business class, I kind of getting spoiled. I'm like, I got to get it. I like the seats that lay flat. I mean, it was better than, because when I'm on a plane, I can't sleep. But on the way back from Turkey, going back and forth to Turkey, we had some business class seats. I was able to go to sleep, lay flat. It was actually, the service was much nicer. The food was good. You know, I slept most of the way as best I could. My goal was to get some sleep on that damn plane, and that's what happened. But I think Terrell will have I think United Airlines is probably going to end up settling with that man privately. United has had some problems over the years, and they've had to settle with people. There was an Asian doctor they forced off a plane in Chicago a few years back. It was a big incident, and they ended up selling him for millions of dollars. You know, so I don't know how hard it could be for an airline worker to treat a person like human. If this man just barely tapped you on your shoulder and ask for a cup of ice, what is the problem? If you're having a bad day, stay home. Tell them folks, I'm having a bad day, I don't want to do this flight, stay home. If I'm having a bad day, I don't leave my house. That's the good thing about being self-employed. If I have a bad day, guess what I do, y'all? I turn my phone on mute, I go upstairs, and it's a Netflix day. And I don't be bothered with nobody. I've had that. I've been a couple of days. I won't even leave the house. I don't even go to the gym. I just sit in the house. That's why I love having my own place. So I make that decision. I don't want to work today. I don't want to be bothered with nobody. I turn my phone on mute or off and go watch and turn on the air conditioner on and lay in bed and watch TV. But I'm sure he's going to be able to. They're going to settle with his ass. You're going to run into crazy people everywhere, y'all. It's unfortunate that man went up there and lied, and it could have turned out much worse. You never know how this man would have handled these police handcuffing him. I can imagine me sitting on a plane next to them, they come put me in handcuffs. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty a calm, chill person most of the time. I'm not about to argue with nobody. Like, I know I ain't done nothing, you know. So it's kind of like, okay, what is this all about? They're gonna have to settle. He will get paid for his family, his wife, and kids. And it's a learning lesson from everybody. Just because you're an ex-multi-millionaire football player don't mean that you will not have incidents in life where you have to deal with racism. It affects all of us. And behavior, I mean, it can happen to anyone. Like I said, I've had my incidents where I was literally pulled over by a gang of police officers because there was a little black guy in a Mercedes. They took me out the car, put me in handcuffs, threw me in the back of another police car. But when I gave my driver's license, they took my license out of my pocket, they looked at it, and and within 15 minutes, they let me go. I said, oh, wrong person. Okay. And I'm left standing there like, okay, let me get back in my car. And then they sped off. All of them took off like a rocket. I mean, just that fast. What if they wouldn't have been able to find out who I was and I didn't have it? That's why, y'all, I've gotten to the point where I'm paranoid. If I leave this house without my wallet, I could be an hour away. I will go back to my house and get that wallet. I need to put my Georgia has a way you can put your wallet, your driver's license on your cell phone. I need to do that because it's been a couple of times I was rushing and ran out the door and didn't have my driver's license on me. And I got where I was going. I was like, fuck that. And I left that damn license wallet at home. Let me go back and get it. You need that motherfucker. People crazy today. You want to be able to prove who you are. Otherwise, they're going to make you be somebody else. Here's them. But it's unfortunate. But y'all, look at the world that we live in. You look around, look at the country that we live in. There's still some racist behavior out there. It ain't going nowhere. The rise of Donald Trump. That's why I don't get all these black folks who voting for Trump, voting for their own demise. They don't even realize it. Donald Trump said that he supports them going back to doing this thing with the police where they stop and frisk everybody they meet, regardless if you've done nothing. You could be just walking down the street or driving down the street. Donald Trump supports him pulling you over, stopping your car, stop and frisk, identify, harassment. He supports this. He said he wants to make this a federal law and make it nationwide. And I hear people, black folks say, I support Donald Trump. I'm thinking, what an idiot. Well, anyway. I feel the raindrops starting to come down a little bit. I want to talk just a little bit about that Terrell Davis. Terrell Davis, is that his name? Yeah, Terrell Davis. Sad, but it's what happened. It's 6 law enforcement officers boarded the plane and handcuffed him. 6 of them. You know, okay, we can lock this nigga up. Then they let him, after they got him up there, after they detained him and questioned him, and I'm sure they questioned the other people on that plane, they realized this flight attendant was lying. And United took that flight attendant out, so they're probably going to fire his ass. I'm trying to get my water in before I go to the gym today. I had the best workout yesterday. Yeah, I find if I get up early in the morning and start guzzling down water throughout the day, because it's so hot here, as soon as I get out of bed, I start drinking water. I try to, I keep a glass of water near my kitchen sink, and I'll just start drinking. I try to go to the sink, fill it up with water. I like my water to kind of sit at room temperature. Let it sit there and not go back and drink it. As long as I get my water in, I'm more hydrated. So I don't, otherwise, because otherwise you forget about drinking water and you'll have a tough time. Yeah, but I'm drinking my water now because it's going on 12:19. I'm trying to get to this gym early today, but she's in here cleaning. You may need to take a little nap first. I've been up since early this morning. And it is a little muggy out here. A little muggy. It's hot as hell out here. Well, it's not that hot, but it is humid. What is the temperature? It says it's 78 degrees right now. Well, anyway, we'll keep an eye on what happens with Mr. Terrell Davis and this crazy flight attendant. That's unfortunate. Shit happens. We all know that. Shit happens to good people. I'm glad they corrected it. I'm glad that they quickly realized that the flight attendant was lying. Had exaggerated the incidents. Like I said, I'm sure they talked to other people that were on that plane sitting right near where he was sitting at. Did he assault? Did he hit this flight attendant? No, he just tapped a man, and it's like, okay. And I know a lot of y'all say, you shouldn't touch nobody, y'all. That's not realistic to think you're going to go through life without having to tap somebody and get their attention. Excuse me, sir. It happens all the time. Everywhere. If you don't want to be touched, then stay your ass at home. That's that. There have been numerous incidents where people came up to me and touched me on the gym. I tapped them on my shoulder, or brushed against me, or said, "Oh, excuse me. You don't want to be touched? Stay home." That way you will be untouched. The untouchables stay at the house. That's what you need to do. All right, today is Saturday, July 20th. The year is 2024. I'm going to go in this house and take a nap, find someplace quiet in one of these 8 bedrooms in this house and climb up in one of these beds and take a little nap while they're up there cleaning up this house. There's a mess in here. They finished the first floor, so everything's fine. And somebody can buy this house. It's only $1.6 million. It's beautiful. It's fully renovated. You ain't got to do shit. I'd sell you the furnishings, too. Get my children out of here. Yeah, it'd be nice, but it would be nice. Get rid of this damn thing. I've actually had a couple of pool companies over here the last few weeks. They having a sale now. Mr. Hampton, remember that pool you were discussing? Yeah, I remember that pool you told me $100,000 for. Well, we got it 50% off. I said, I bet you do get it at 50% off. I'll call you back and let me know when you get to 80% off. Yeah, shit. It would be nice to have a pool at this house. I've had pools at other houses. I really didn't use it that much, so something else to maintain and have to deal with. I don't know about that. I would love a pool. I wish. I just don't want to deal with the maintenance of it, because I'm sure there's one other person running around here, and this broke, and we got to fix this, and we got to do this, and we got to do that. Yeah, fuck a damn pool. It would be nice to live someplace. I have a friend of mine who has this apartment. He had to take his car to the shop, and I met him at his apartment. Oh my God, the apartment complex was beautiful. It has like 4 or 5 restaurants, this beautiful gym. I mean, you don't have to leave that complex to do anything. Publix right across the street. I'm like, damn, this place is nice. It was just, but his rent is $2,600 a month. I was like, yeah, for a very small place. But there were all these nice restaurants. On the first floor of the, he can walk down these restaurants. They have a gym that's owned by some company that's coming to Georgia. It's a beautiful gym that he can work out in. All in the apartment complex. You have to drive up into I've never seen something like that before. At least I don't think I have. Not in the complex where you have restaurants and retail and all this stuff, and you can just walk to this stuff inside your apartment complex. It's beautiful. It's up in Buckhead too, so. Yeah, that sounds like a really nice adventure. But anyway, today it is Saturday, July 20th. The year is 2024. I'm ready to go inside this house and find somewhere to hide at. I already took a shower, but I'm kind of sweaty. I'm going to take another shower. I need to dye this damn beard today before I get up out of here. But anyway, I'm out of here. I look forward to reading you all's comments, what you all think about what happened with this man getting pulled off that airplane. Yeah, we'll go from there. All right, I'm out, and enjoy this beautiful Saturday. Enjoy the rain.